Hi guys, it's Claire, and today I'm going to be talking about how to start a creative project. Real quick before I start talking, the reason I'm doing a different kind of video with not my face in it is I'm not feeling very good today, so I thought this would be kind of a more doable video for me today, if you know what I mean. So, starting a creative project can be really daunting and scary, especially if it's a large project like a novel or like a big art project with lots of character design, something like that. And a lot of the times when I start a big project like this, I just freeze up and I'm like, how do I even do this? And then I start thinking about how hard it would be, and then I usually stop. That's why I haven't written very much. Well, I have written, but I haven't finished very many things because the projects I take on seem so daunting and like overwhelming that I don't feel like I can finish them. So I think the first thing that you need to do is you need to organize yourself. Like, you need to organize your project into little chunks, because a huge project, trying to take it on, just diving headfirst into the project, you'll get swamped by all the work that you're taking on all at once. But if you break it up into little chunks, you will be able to distribute the workload on yourself, and then it will be a lot easier to kind of go through it and not feel so overwhelmed. Sorry if my voice sounds a little bit weird. I have a little bit of a cold too, so and I think the best way to do that is to sit down and write out a list of all the steps it will take to complete your project. It might be a lot of steps, might be not very many steps, but you need to write down a list of all the things that will take you from getting to no project at all to completely finished. And that might take a while because, us creative types, we like taking on really big, kind of improbable projects. But if you want to finish your project, it's really good to organize yourself. And so, like, say, what kind of materials do I need, if any materials? What kind of research do I need to do, if I need to research? How much time will this take me? Do I actually want to take the time this will take out of my life to do this? You need to know that before you start, because that's a really important thing to think about, because starting a creative project that takes a long time, it will feel really bad to just abandon it midway through because you realize that you don't actually care about it, or it's not as interesting as you thought, or the idea wasn't very good. So definitely think a lot before you actually embark on this project, because building something creative or making something creative, writing, painting, game design, character design, anything like that, it can take a really long time. Comic books, comics, they take a long time. They take a long time to learn, and they take a long time to practice and actually create. And you need to just think, do I actually want to devote this much time to this? If you do, that means you're really passionate about it, and you definitely should pursue this. And then after you write out this list, just be very, don't, I would say just start immediately, because if you wait, what are you waiting for? Are you waiting for someone else to tell you to start working on the project, or are you waiting for inspiration to hit you? Because inspiration isn't going to hit you conveniently at the convenient time. Inspiration hits you at the most inconvenient times, like at 3 o'clock when you're supposed to be asleep. That's usually when it hits it for me. So no, you can't wait for inspiration, because it doesn't just come to you whenever you want it to. That's why it's called inspiration, because it's like, oh, I have this amazing idea, I want to do it right now. That is not going to be every single minute of your creative project time. Like, most of it you're going to be like, wow, this is actually really hard work, and you're going to have to be okay with that. So after you've written out exactly what you need to do to finish this, I would say just start on it. Start on the very first task and make sure it's a little task so that it will seem easy to you. Because if you start with a hard thing first, you'll probably get discouraged really quickly, and it's not a good idea to get discouraged very early on in the project. Yeah, pick a small task, a little one like research or just setting up your equipment, or buying something that's little but you really can't, can't work without, or just whatever it is. And also, I'm being kind of general because I'm talking about creative projects in general. I personally, I'm an artist and I'm also a writer, so those are the kind of things that I'm thinking of. It will be kind of daunting at first, and actually probably at first it will seem really easy and be like, wow, why didn't I just start this before? And that's a good thing, because you'll need that, because later on it will start to feel really daunting and scary and feeling like you won't ever finish something. But you need to just, whenever you get overwhelmed, and you will get overwhelmed, there's nothing, if it's a big project and you really care about it, you will get overwhelmed, and the best thing to do with that is, if you really are just feeling completely overwhelmed and you're not sure what to do and you just really don't want to work on it right now, I suggest taking a little bit of a break if you feel like that, because if you're working and you feel really, really swamped and really stressed out, you won't do good work. You'll just do work that you'll just be like frantic, like, I need to finish this, I need to work on it, I need to do it even if I don't want to. And sometimes that's really good, but sometimes if you're just forcing yourself to work, the work that you turn out will just be really bad, and it will be disappointing and frustrating. So if you do, get into a slump, definitely pause during that. And this is kind of going further into just starting a creative project, but back to that, I would just say, don't the first time you get the creative, you get the idea and you're like, wow, this is a great idea, don't just start on that right away, because you'll hit a snag, and then you'll hit another one, then you'll be like, I didn't plan any of this out, what am I gonna do? So I don't plan that much, even though it might seem like I do. I really want to start doing this because it makes every project so much easier whenever I just plan a little bit beforehand and just think a little bit before I start doing things. So I'm actually in the middle of a creative project, and it's a really big one. It's kind of bigger than I thought it would be, and the way I started it was I planned it out. I planned out the steps. I didn't finish the whole plan, and that might be some of the reason why I'm feeling overwhelmed right now, but just if you have an idea and you really like it but you're scared to try it, I suggest just try it. Just do it. Organize yourself, think about all the steps you need to do it, and then just do it, because working on a creative project, it can be really scary, but it also can be really fun, and especially if it's the thing you're passionate about and the thing that you actually want to do for a living more than a hobby, it can be so fulfilling. Believe me, it can be so fulfilling. So hopefully that was helpful to you. This is kind of a more overview kind of video, not as specific to a specific thing. I don't know, that's redundant, but hopefully you like this kind of video if anyone's watching. Hopefully, I think I'm going to do more videos like this. I might do one like how to get through the slump of the middle of a creative project, because that's one that I really have trouble on. I think I'd like to make a video about that. And tell me down below in the comments if you have started a creative project and what you did to kind of get yourself to actually take that step to actually start on it, instead of just having it as an idea in your mind. And if there are any questions you have about creative projects or writing or art or anything like that, don't forget to tell me in the comments below, because I would really like to answer questions like that. And if this video helped you, don't forget to give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe for more creative stuff, writing, a little bit of art, and just overall storytelling. I'm really passionate about that kind of stuff, so don't forget to subscribe for that. I upload every Sunday and Wednesday, so don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye.